Hey, it's Matt in the Hat. I'm back. I want to thank Cody with that 5 Outdoors and Tom for just giving me the kick in the pants to get back on here and do this. Today I want to talk about Job a little bit. Job, he lived thousands of years ago, and his story is written in a book called Job. Pretty interesting. So it is just about to the halfway point in the Bible. If you open your Bible, almost, just before the halfway point, that's where you find Job. This story is really what can help you make it through a rough time. It's always nice to see that someone else has made it through a tough time, and it's really nice if you see that they made it through an even harder time than you, because it kind of makes yourself like, all right, if that person can do it with those circumstances, I can do it with mine, even though mine feels so unimaginable at the moment. Job was a man after God's own heart, much like David, and I love Job because it's one of the few times, I think maybe only time in the Bible, where Jesus in heaven, God in heaven, brags about someone on earth, one of us in humanity, and he says, let me find it for you. Job 1. There's a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and this man was blameless and upright, and one who feared God and shunned evil. Like, that's a cool guy. That guy's on the right path. And he had a lot of wealth. It just talks about all the sheep and camels and oxen he had, and the daughters and sons he had, and his wife. So now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord. And Satan came among them. And the Lord said to Satan, "From where do you come?" So Satan answered the Lord and said, "From going to and fro on the earth, and from walking back and forth on it." Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears God and shuns evil?" So Satan answered to the Lord and said, "Does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not made a hedge around him, around his household, and around all that he has on every side? You have blessed the work of his hands, and the possessions you have increased in the land. But now stretch out your hand and touch all that he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." And the Lord said to Satan, "Behold, all that he has is in your power. Only do not lay a hand on his person." So Satan went out from his presence of the Lord. So Satan goes on to end up attacking not only Job's children and murdering them, and taking all his possessions and leaving him with nothing. But then he goes beyond that and puts boils all over his body and just puts him in pure agony for a long time. And I love Job because of that. It's verse 8. "Have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears God and shuns evil?" God's bragging there, like, yo, check out my buddy Job. Like, that is a good man. Like, he is a good man. That is so cool. Like, I want Jesus to be able to say the same thing about me. To look at me and say, man, look at that guy, Matthew. He's got it right. He's doing so good by me. He shuns evil, and he loves to do what is just and right. So I found something that I had written when I went through the darkest time of my one of the darkest times of my life, for sure. And it was deep depression, and it was a lot of sadness and a lot of long nights and early mornings of just not even knowing what to do. and it happens in your life, where you go through dark times. And so maybe if you're right there right now, you can relate to the kind of deep darkness that I was in. And I just want to kind of read how where I am now. I'm blessed, and I'm on the other side. But I want you to realize that, we can get through this. And I made it through. You can definitely make it through, because I'm not that special. So if I can make it through, you can make it through. Just as Job made it through, I guess. To finish this story, Job makes it through, and he comes out kind of better than ever, financially, and has more sons and daughters than ever, and the Lord blesses him, and really kind of sticks it to Satan, that Job never cursed the Lord out, never, gave up on him. And it was a time when Job was really able to speak openly to the Lord and actually get some intense answers back. But that's a book with many chapters that you can go and read if you want. I mean, if you're going through a tough time, definitely read the book of Job. Even if you don't even believe in the Bible and you want to look at it as just like a story, or maybe even a fictional story, if that's what you think, read it. I mean, do you read fictional? So just pretend that it is and read it and see if it doesn't change your life, because it will. But I definitely believe that it was real, and it's an account of something that happened thousands of years ago, and there's a lot to prove that it really did happen. Historically and archaeologically, it can be all proven. But that's for another topic. So this is something that I wrote, and I titled it, "Where Do I Turn?" This is hard for me, but I wrote this on a break at work because I could barely function at work. My mind was so focused on other things, and it was really tough on me, because I pride myself in doing doing good work. It's solid work, doing work that pleases other people, that is my best effort. And when I was clouded in my head and I was in a dark place and in that rough patch in my life, I knew I wasn't doing my best work because I was so distracted. And also, I just had a hard time. I felt like I was faking everything, because I'm a happy person normally, but I had to fake happiness at that time in my life. Put that smile on, where it's cool to say that that's a normal thing for me, and it's not. It will come back if you've lost it and you're in that spot right now. It'll come back. Like, trust me, it'll come back. If you work, towards that, and you really try, it'll come back. I wish someone would have told me that, because I spent a lot of nights worrying if I would ever feel happy again, or just actually be able to smile and mean it. And anyway, so I wrote this. Here I am, in public doing my job. All I can think of is death and betrayal. My pain is unimaginable. I am a man. I hold it within, deep down in my being. People walk around me, even greeting me from time to time. But my life is being held under such a thick, dark cloud. I know the sadness that holds my wife. This is depression. Lord, take the depression. I give it away to you. Forgive me for giving you such an unbearable gift. I am not Job, but yet my home has been destroyed and I have been tested. Lord, when do I know I have passed? Am I not still dwelling upon this earth, blessing your name? Help me. I have no one to turn to. And I actually said, I have no one to turn to. yeah, so I wrote this out of the seat of a truck on my lunch break, and I know some of you might be able to relate um, when you've gone through tough stuff. But I'll tell you what, I had some really good friends and family, my mom actually, who helped me get through this dark time. Um, but really, God was just holding me by the shirt, holding me up, helping me stand. And I had to come to Him every single day. Like, that was the only way. I mean, every morning and all day long, just asking for Him to help me stand up. It was the weakest time in my life. But I'm happy to say that now my heart is so healed, and it's crazy. It's about 2 years, not even 2 years later now, and the Lord has, completely changed how things are for me. And so I know that if He can bring me out of that funk, that darkness, that He can do the same for you. And if you're going through depression right now, or you're just feeling really sad, I mean, lean on God and go read Job. I mean, it's so good. I mean, the things that he went through, we can go through a lot of stuff, and it sounds crazy. Then you read Job, and you feel a little bit better after reading Job. And it's not really good to compare yourself to other people, but sometimes it feels nice when you're getting the better blessing out of it. And so this was pretty intense, and sorry to start off this intense. I want to motivate you. I want to encourage you to, if you have a relationship with God, make it a daily relationship. And if not, think about starting one. Find a friend or a family member that you see resembles someone that's upright and just. And if they have any ties with the Lord, maybe ask them about it. I mean, this might be the first day of the rest of your life. This might be the first new day for you. And you can experience something so much better in your life. Jesus is the way to have the better life. He is the better life. So I want to thank you for watching Matt in a Hat today. And the few of you out there, I just want to say thanks for tuning in. And hopefully I'm going to have some more tomorrow, and I'll keep uploading. So thanks again, guys, for your support.